Welcome to Biblical Christian Content, where we like to keep the content biblical. Let's go.
When the baby's about to be born, the day it's about to be born, if you decide to kill the baby hours before it's born, while it's in the womb, that's a different thing than an abortion when a baby is like 6 hours old, right?
As always, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate everyone tuning in. I have to petition everyone that's watching this video. If you desire to help me reach more people with biblical truth and for the algorithm to push me forward and put this content forward, then do me a favor. At minimum, hit the like and hit the subscribe to generate more push to get biblical Christian content to more hearts, more minds, and more souls. Thank you. Enjoy the video.
Yeah, I make mistakes all the time.
And I have no
But there's also
expertise.
there's mistakes not just in facts, but there's mistakes in philosophy. Like you could have a bad idea of how things should be, and you've committed to that bad idea, and you defend that bad idea, and you haven't really had time to just sit down and think it through in its entirety, objectively, divorced from your own adopted opinions. The opinions that you took on, that you're defending, and divorce it from those, and just look at it. And these ideas, whatever they are, get locked up into a group. You're on this group, you believe this. You're in that group. Like I had a long argument with a friend of mine once about abortion. It wasn't an argument. It was more like a weird conversation where they were like, it's always a woman's right to choose. And I said, okay, but what about when the baby's like 8.5 months? Isn't that a different thing? Is it a different thing when it's 5 cells than it is when it's 8.5 months? I mean, I'm not saying what...
Depending on where you're coming from,
he didn't want to admit that. It was a thing where he didn't want to discuss it. I said, okay, listen, I'm not a pro-life person. I believe a woman should be the one who makes the decision if she wants an abortion. 100%. But at a certain point in time, it becomes kind of crazy. Right? Like admitted that when the baby's about to be born, the day it's about to be born, if you decide to kill the baby hours before it's born, while it's in the womb, that's a different thing than an abortion when a baby is like 6 hours old, right? When the sperm has cracked the egg.
I believe so.
Right,
yeah.
It's different. He didn't even want to say that. And I was like, but this is a thing, right? This is a real thing. This is not a value. I'm not making a judgment about what people should or shouldn't be able to do or what law is. I'm just saying, don't you admit there's a difference between those things? And the resistance of even discussing this was fascinating because it was like someone who had like a spell around them and they couldn't, I cannot discuss. Like, do not talk about this one thing. Like, they didn't want to acknowledge that they're different. Because if you do, then you set up the narrative that abortion is murder, and that abortion should be evil, and that now you're a pro-life person.